Hello, people. So, welcome to episode 4 of Jessica's Two-Car Garage. Today is going to be story time. Hopefully, I can get this out. Not only am I doing story time, but a steering wheel. It's icky. As you can see, I've already started some of the process. We got our cleaners here. Put some of that on the sponge there. And it's going to be a bunch of elbow grease, which is why I'm telling you a story in the meantime. So, story today is how my dad spun the El Camino. It's the only time it's ever been spun and actually looped around. So we're at a friend's house all day having our libations, some fermented hops and barley, and taking out the transmission from his Cadillac to put in the El Camino so we can take it and rebuild it. My dad actually would rebuild them. He's not going to take it to a shop. He used to work at one. He decides, though, he wants to drive. Who am I to say no? He helped me build the thing, so there's no reason why he can't. Right? And go to get on the freeway. He misjudges where the kickdown is on the pedal. Because with a Turbo 400, you have to have an electric kickdown. And he's making just the slightest turn while he's pushing the gas down. And the back end just comes out from underneath him. I'm sitting in the passenger seat and I get to watch our buddy Tony. His Mustang's now, right in front of me. This is nice. Doesn't hit a thing. So no cars were hurt, no nothing was hurt. Didn't even hit the little K barriers coming on the on-ramp. Nothing. Okay? So, don't worry about it. And funniest thing when you're inside of a car, especially when it's your own and you're sitting in the passenger seat, feelings are a little weird. Because you don't expect, you don't expect your car to go around in circles. So it's just kind of an interesting day when that happens, right? I know it's not very detailed, the story. I got a bunch of the ick coming off because the steering wheel's been in forever. In the garage, storage units, whatnot. But that's one story. It'd be how my dad looped the car. Now, at one point, I let my dad borrow this El Camino, take it to downtown LA and back from Orange County. Because he had to get to work. He had blown up his car. Happens, right? And from his story, he's telling me he's bumping down the road and he's doing, getting stuck in traffic on the freeway because that happens in the afternoon in LA. No matter what car you've got, of course. And he looks over and there's this guy in a car staring at mine. Specifically staring at the 454 badges that are in front of it. Attached to it. And he isn't paying any kind of attention to what's in front of him, including the truck. So, bigger delivery truck. And he runs square into the front of that truck. Or into the back. See, when you're sick, sometimes you don't get things right. So he runs his car square into the back of the truck because he's busy watching my El Camino instead of what's in front of them, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. It's a great laugh my dad had, though. He still talks about it because it was pretty funny. I personally, though, have never had this car loop on me, come around on me completely. Now, one time I did have it go sideways on me. I hit a little patch of water. Back in, stepped out. And that was a special feeling, staring at the minivan and the passenger window coming at me. It's not something I was expecting to have happen. I got out of it because you always steer into the slide, and well, with something without brakes, you apply more throttle. So I drifted it and went sideways before these kids had a term for drifting. I just had it, well, sideways. So there's that. Now, I'm doing the steering wheel because I'm still hurt from doing the blower motor and the Roadmaster. Yeah, well, frankly, the weather outside here in sunny Southern California, well, I don't know if you can tell, but it's not so sunny and the rain's coming. So, I'm not doing anything outside. Not today. But I do want to eventually get this steering wheel put in this car. It's the same type of steering wheel my dad had in his Chevelle. And I kind of like them, but they are the worst thing in the world when they're sticky and slimy and gooey. And while you can get them new, you can only get them in black. And not the entire car is black, so I'm trying to get this cleaned up some. I won't bore you with the whole task of it, because what's the point, right? You guys know how a steering wheel gets cleaned up. So I got some of it turning to the original brown it's supposed to be. So for the sake of argument, I'll show you the next step, which will come after I get my mechanic's gloves off. By the way, one-handed, getting mechanic's gloves off, not so fun, right? If you're cleaning a steering wheel that's mounted to a car, by the way, you're definitely going to want to take a towel like this, put it over the glove or over the top of the dashboard so you don't get this stuff on it, because that stuff is pretty slimy all by itself. So, got ourselves a paper shop rag. Good old-fashioned simple green. Now, whatever you do, don't be washing this in your bathtub or whatnot. The inside of it will not appreciate the fact you got it all wet. And it'll rust. Especially if, that's already a problem. Like this one. It's already rusting. So, you can see it's a lot better. You can tell it's supposed to be brown now. But that's about the best I'm going to be able to do one-handed, so we're not going to spend all day doing this when there are other things to tell you about what's coming up. Okay? So, that's done. Well, for now. Don't mind the light, sorry. So, coming out here. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, it started to rain. So next time somebody tells you it's always sunny in California, they're lying to you. Just keep that in mind. Okay? So, I've got some simple things in the works for the next couple videos. Just because I'm still nursing that back. I have to wait on the field trip that I have planned, where you get to see the rest of the cars. You'll love that. I gotta wait till it stops raining. It's gonna be a couple days. But something I can do while it's raining, here to show you what this tool, focus, what that tool, that's completely homemade and, well, dirt cheap to make and should be on everybody's keychain that owns an 80 through 95, maybe even some 96s. Everybody's keychain that owns a GM product should have one of these on it, and you'll get to see why later. If you know why, great. That puts you a step ahead of everybody. You'll know why that thing's there, right? So, it's going to be like I said, it's a short video today. Nobody wants to see somebody stroking their steering wheel all day. You guys get the point on how that's clean. Just don't use stuff that's going to take the paint off, take the color out of it. That's why I use the leather stuff, the leather cleaner. That leather cleaner is designed for that kind of stuff. You might be able to use like hand cleaner and stuff like that, or even dish soap. But again, don't just go hosing the thing off in the sink or in the bathtub. Won't do you any good. Just make it rest. Okay? So, yeah, real quick, show you. Okay? Kind of see the ground is getting wet. You'll probably be able to see it better if I open the garage here. No, Camino's still sitting right where you left it. So yeah, as you can see, it has been getting wet. And it is currently getting wet. It's not going to get any drier either. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, so real quick, before I don't get too far away and through the magic of television, I got my garage door shut. Come on, light. There we go. Flash! Oh, my epilepsy. Okay. There is a nice set of heads and a crankshaft, which I hope fits 427. Stroke is the same as 396. There's a difference in weights. I just hope I grabbed the right one. That will go on a different project for later. And got the oil change stuff for the Buick. And I don't think I'll be using the Fram filter. I'll probably go get something a little better. Quadrajet steering column, if anybody needs one, let me know. Very deep down there, there's a double pumper Holley spread bore, like an 830 CFM. That's gonna probably go on the El Camino at some point. Here's sway bar. Not very many people have one. I took apart a car that had one. I grabbed those. So, just all kinds of little stuffs that I need to do. Get ready to do. And only thing realistically stopping me now, well, is the rain. I can't change the rain. Can only go with it. But you can hear it now. It's starting to come down pretty good. So yeah, the next time somebody tells you it's always sunny in California, they are lying. It does rain. So, this is Jessica signing off. Again, change it around so you can actually read it. But again, do remember to follow the rules of my garage racetrack. Like and subscribe. I know I wasn't very exciting today because, you know, just a clean steering wheel and a story or two. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves.